How's it going, everyone? My name is FamedFriar. Welcome back to another video where today we are discussing, are the Padres working on an extension with Manny Machado? Let's talk about this. As we very well know, Manny Machado can opt out and supposedly is going to opt out after this year. It's making a lot of Padre fans worrisome. You know, you have to pay Soto, you have to pay Machado, but I'm not afraid yet. I feel like the rumors are really coming out about this after the Mets didn't get Carloscorrea. They said internally they think they can get Manny Machado, which I'm glad internally they can think that they get Manny Machado. That's great, but I mean, as long as Manny Machado never hits the free agent market, it's going to be pretty hard to get Manny Machado. Besides the obvious, Manny Machado loves San Diego. This is the obvious. We know how much he loves San Diego. We know how he loves living here, everything like that. But I'm really kind of more discussing that I think that something's going to give in spring training. I think at some point in spring training, we're going to hear real negotiations about a reconstructing of a contract that could in turn keep Manny Machado in San Diego for the next 8 years. While his current contract of 10 years, $300 million is nothing to be sad about, of course, if you're Manny Machado. I'm sure $30 million a year for a decade sounds amazing to about every person on this planet, I would say. But he wants more, and I think he really wants more money, which, in my opinion, I have mixed opinions about it. I think as a leader, you don't necessarily take more money from your team. You put your team in the best financial situation. You put others before you. That's what I think a captain really embodies. You never hear of Jason Varitek getting a huge payday. I mean, Derek Jeter had a couple paydays throughout his career, but he never had an opt-out payday. You get my point here. Do I think Manny Machado is leaving? No, and that's why I'm interested. Are they going to reconstruct / extend him before the baseball season even starts? It's worth talking about. You know, it would have to be something like, what, 8 years, 280? 8 years, 300? He's going to want a little more years. He's going to want more money per year, and that's what you get at that. 8 years, 280, 300, you get a little more. I think 280, 8 years, 280 is about the same, but you got a couple more years. So maybe he'll value that higher. I think somewhere in that range is going to be sweet. There's no way he gets like the 10-year, $400 million contract. I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible. Treaturner got a humongous contract. We offered Aaron Judge an even bigger contract. But the Padres are really good at finding ways around to make contracts less valuable over time, because look at the Manny Machado contract. $30 million a year when he first signed it was humongous. $30 million a year now is about the going price of a top 5 player at his position. And that's what the going price is for a top 5 player at a position. I mean, look at how much Treaturner got. Treaturner's not the best shortstop in the league. He's definitely up there, though. This isn't the first extension talk we've had this offseason. We've had extension talk about Darvish. I uploaded a whole video talking about Darvish possibly being extended. And AJ Preller even said that's a goal of his, is he wants to extend him. Blake Snell, I am unsure. The current situation with Blake Snell, it doesn't sound too good in my opinion. I mean, I would love to keep Blake Snell in San Diego as long as we can, but I'm afraid he's going to hit the open market. He's a Scott Boras agent, and I think he's going to want to get a payday. But I love Blake Snell. I really hope he stays. This tweet from Dennis Lynn really speaks to my point here, and the tweet says, in quotes by Pete Seidler, "Our very strong intent, very strong, is to have Manny Machado here for the rest of his career," Pete Seidler said. This is Pete Seidler's better friends. Him and Manny are just buddies. Like, I don't know the best way to describe it. They are buddies. They're friends. They like to hang out. I don't know about hang out necessarily, but they seem really close. You get my point here. They seem really close, and I think the whole idea of Manny walking and going somewhere else is getting blown out of proportion, and I think it's important to remember that our owner loves this guy, our fan base loves this guy, and we are willing to do whatever it takes to retain him. I would argue he's Mr. Padre Jr. if he spends the rest of his career here. I mean, outside of Tony Gwynn, I don't think we've had a more leader, memorable player than Manny Machado in the last almost 30 years now. 35, 40 years. It's been a long time. But that is going to wrap up this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are yet to hit that subscribe button, once again, I highly recommend you do so. I post daily content about the Padres, about Major League Baseball, everything involved every day. Highly recommend you watch some of my other videos as well. We got information about Nelson Cruz, Padre news, baseball news. Recommend you guys check it all out, and I'll see you guys all in a video very, very soon. Peace.
to the 619, baby. Let's go. Let's go, San Diego. Live that shit up, San Diego. Let's fucking go. Woo! It's our fucking house.
Hey.
It's our house right here, baby. Let's go.